Whoa, wait a minute. Mic test. Hello? Where's my music? Oh, actually, hold on. Let me just turn on the space music right now. I have my space music on. Ooh. Okay, it's starting up. Hello? Alright, so... Hello. You ask how was my break? My break was fine, thank you. Good, alright. I have some things to discuss. Thank you. Alright, I'm so nervous. Okay, so. Updates, I found my keys. Okay, I found my keys and, hold on. What else did I want to say? Found my keys, they were in the tissue box. Oh yeah, I was talking about some person talking to me about music at a party. They finally emailed me. That was like a week after I actually talked to them. But they did email me back. What else? Yeah, if anything else, I'm gonna... I'll just say it during the story. Alright. Woo! Where's my captions? Hello? Oh my god, where's my captions? That won't do. That won't do. What the freak, man? Dude, where the freak are my captions? I'm freaking angry, dude. Wait, hold on. Actually, I forgot this as well. Hold on, I'm going to change the subject. I'm not doing that right now. I am reading the rest of 17776. And then I'm gonna be a little bit excited about it. Do you take requests? I have a game suggestion. Yes, as long as it is appropriate. In some way. Okay. My goodness. Alright. Let me see. Oh yeah, this is the screen. This is how it looks like after we've read some. So it doesn't go to the article anymore, it goes to this. Let's see, we're on chapter 16. Oh! Wait, let me search that up real quick. Hold on. On my other screen. I can do this, I think. Yes, okay, I can do this. Let me put a pin on this. I'm gonna bookmark this. Maybe like next time I can do this. Thumbs up emoji. Thumbs up emoji. Okay. Alright, so as of right now, in the football story, we are at Denali Cannon pastel on oh, it's like an artwork. Pastel on canvas, made by N. McGunnell, February 6820. That's the year. Alright, we're about to play the game 500, which is my favorite game in this story. Like the entire football space story. Yeah. I will play that next time, actually. I think it will be cool. Can we get an ooh, ah, yes. Yes, well, not in the chat, apparently, but audio-wise, yes, we can get an ooh, ah. Alright, let's go. Okay, so again, yellow is juice. It's like the satellite or whatever called juice. Red is 9 and green is 10. Is this scary? No, this is not scary. This is like a story about football. So all the characters are like talking like this. They're satellites in space, which is why I have the space music on. And they're talking about a football game. Hold on. Let me move this. And I'll move this here. This looks better. Okay. So no, this is not scary. This is like... It's like high literature, okay? Alright. So Juice is saying, so basically they got this cannon, right? It's one of the most powerful cannons ever built. All it does is shoot footballs. In the 6000s, year 6000s, they built it and put it on top of Denali, and ever since it... Wait, I don't have any record of Denali. My onboard scratch data lists this as Mount McKinley. Yes, it is a vibe. What is that emoji? I can't see what it is. What is that? Is that a monkey? Okay. Well, that's because your scratch data was wrote by dickheads. It's called Denali. You don't have... Well, You don't get to have the highest point in North America named after you just because you were president. That's true. Do you have any idea how many presidents there's been? That's one of the questions I didn't get around to asking yet. The penguin's cute too. The current president is our 3,831st president. So like 1 in... Oh, hold on. 1 in 85,000 people in America were president at some point. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. By that ratio, there are like 15 former presidents living in Indianapolis alone. So who gives a darn, right? Anyways, this is the Denali cannon, or sometimes it's called the 500 cannon because it's been used to play 500. Hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot. So one of the other updates I want to give is I have a time limit today because I have to drive someone to a medical appointment after. It's probably not going to be for another few hours though. So let's see. Okay, so the Denali cannon has been used to play 500 games for thousands of years. And 500 is not like a quantity, it's the name of the game. 500 for thousands of years. What is my phone doing? Girl. The operator loads it up with a football. Okay. Yells out a point value, aims it, and fires the ball somewhere inside the contiguous United States. And then whoever recovers the ball gets the points. Right. You don't gotta catch it, you just gotta be the first to get it. If you do, you get however many points the ball's worth. And if you get to 500 points, they fly you up to Alaska, and then you get to be the operator. That's fun. Alright, so that's a diagram, I guess. Oh, that's the continental United States. That's the cannon where they shoot the footballs from. Okay. So how do they decide where to shoot it? It all depends. Sometimes the operator will be on some engineering genius stuff and account for wind patterns, and the best ones could seriously fire it from a mountain in Alaska and drop it onto a kiddie pool in the middle of Arkansas. Usually if it's someone like that, they become the operator because they took a real scientific approach trying to get to 500 points in the first place. I see. So there's strats to this game. Like, they keep track of all the locations where the balls hit the ground. They map it all out and they try to recognize patterns. Maybe the pattern is something real simple, like the operator is just trying to draw a smiley face in the middle of Kansas, or maybe it's something way more complicated, like trying to encrypt the Fibonacci sequence in a series of coordinates, that kind of thing. Or maybe there's no pattern at all. Happens all the time. Some dumb egg will be out in a field just walking about and sees a ball drop out of the sky. They weren't even playing, they just got lucky. So they go get the ball and call the cops. Cops tell them to call the league office, they're the operator. Free trip to Alaska and unlimited meal vouchers. And people like that, when the landing locations like have no pattern, those are the real fun ones. Honestly, those are the ones I like. God bless those folks. They don't know what they're even doing. They just sit at the controls and dig around with the knobs and buttons until it goes kaboom! Lord knows where the ball's actually going. Alright, here's a leaderboard. Ooh. If allied, 178. These two people. Ebony Simmons, tie between these people, 1 point. Fall locations, let's see. Don't bet on more falls in Oregon. The operator was clearly trying to hit a specific target. They moved on. I-84 is swamped with players trying for an easy score. What happens if the football misses and hits a donkey on the train track? Someone still has to find it. Nothing really happens. Like, they're just kind of shooting it at wherever. They don't really care where it goes. Someone just has to catch it. It looks like math. It is. I can't remember if this one is more math or if, like, the next story is math. Like, this is 17776. The next story is, like, 220. I feel like that one has more math, if I remember right. I don't remember, though. Let's see. They're considering staking out Missouri. Do keep an eye on Lake Sacramento, Modesto, west of Oakdale. All right. The 9 says, really? Because I don't know if I... you know what? What? A few minutes ago, my whole universe was spinning. All that stuff 10 told me, I just couldn't make sense of it. And I still can't, and I don't think this is helping me do that at all. But I do feel better, thanks. Lol, well, if you ask me, that's what all these games are for. You know? Because, I mean, I know what you mean. What? because I've been thinking about it for thousands of years and I still get ducked up about it. The idea that play is a point of existence now, and I can't really wrap myself around that, so I find a game to watch. It's like the point of play is to distract yourself from play being the point. Ha. Yeah, okay, so let's just workshop that. Are these people technically human? No, they're like metal. They're like nuts and bolts. Wait, are you talking about the people who play the game? Like the people on Earth? Because these characters are not, they're like nuts and bolts. But the people who play the game, yeah, they're human. They just don't die anymore and they're not born anymore. Biologically, like DNA-wise, yeah, they're human. Robots. Yeah, like these people are robots. The ones that are watching the games and are talking, they're robots, kind of. The people who play, no, they're humans. They're humans. All right. Okay, so yeah, I think I disagree with you. It seems like this game would be far more interesting with some sort of method or strategy to where the balls were fired. Otherwise, it's basically like playing the lottery, isn't it? Yep, I got 2 answers to that. Yeah, our speaking characters are satellites that are conscious, yes. 9 is the red one. The red one is 9. It's like the, I wouldn't say younger one, the older one. But in terms of having knowledge about the world, it's kind of like younger. Because it was asleep for thousands of years. It was asleep. It wakes up and it finds out that it's had a successor, 10. The green one, which hasn't showed up here yet. And Juice is the yellow one. So they're actually younger. They were made after 9. But they know more than 9 because they've been awake all this time and watching these football games. And watching humans stop dying and stop being born. Alright, so first is, don't talk smack about the lottery. The lottery rules. Second is, if you ask me, there's a scarcity of uncertainty on Earth. There's a scarcity of uncertainty on Earth. I mean, what do you do if you find out you're gonna live forever? And you're never gonna live on another world? And you're never gonna see heaven or hell, and you're never gonna be a cyborg with laser cannons for arms? Your finished form is the one who mows the lawn. Yeah, so that's talking about the humans who are on Earth. They're like the same. Nothing's... Okay. The difference is between us, like us here, and the humans in the story is that they don't die, they're not born, and they don't get hurt. Because they all have like nanobots around their bodies at all times that keep them from getting into serious harm. So you sort of snap back into that so that your life can be defined somehow. All the while ignoring all the loose change of uncertainty that's still lying around. You know, there's some spots in the continental United States where no human being has ever stood. Did you know that? Wait, where? There's a couple hundred places out in the wilderness, like up in Montana and Wyoming, where you could draw a circle with a 50-foot radius and say no human has ever walked in that circle. Up here. That. Unvisited territory number 238. Let me see. Let me read the rest of that. Okay. No way. There's so many cross-country football games going on. One of them had to pass through them. Nope. Is that true? Yes. Well, I mean, there are places on Earth that have never been reached. Like, that's true. There's, like, videos you can watch on YouTube. I saw one where one of them's, like, protected by the Buddhist society. Wherever it is. It's, like, protected by the Buddhists that surround it. There's a bunch like that. Usually in places where there's like indigenous communities, they just try to protect that area, like usually a mountain or something. So no one's allowed up there. So, one place you've never been to is Puerto Rico, really? Okay. Would you go? Or are you trying to avoid it? So there's 8 million people on Earth, and literally nobody even... Wait, how many did you say? 8 million. Million. Billion! Wait, no. 10 said million. Oh my god. Wait, I forgot, when did 9, like, go to sleep? I forgot when 9 went to sleep. But apparently there were 8 million people alive. What? Look, they took a screenshot. What? Okay, so everyone on Earth is like 15,000 years old. There are 8 million people on Earth. Wait, so there are 8 billion people? Not 8 million? Yes, million with a B. Wait, million or billion? Billion. Billion. The big one! The one that is bigger! Billion! The number there should be... Okay. God, 10 thinks she's so smart, and then she up and kills almost 8 billion people with a typo. Well, that's good news. Yeah, Lord help us. Okay, anyway, so... America's got about 300 million people in it. They've been bumbling around in America for 15,000 years, and none of them have ever... have even bothered to walk in these unvisited places. Are you drooling at the number of people? Anyway, does math make you drool? And on one hand, why would they? Because there's nothing special there. But on the other hand, why wouldn't you? That's incredible. Yeah, like, knowing in this part of the future if they can't get hurt, like, why wouldn't you go up there? We only don't travel into those places now because we would get hurt. Oh, you think that's incredible? Just football! Well, there's a few spots I've tracked in populated places where basically no one's ever walked. Like this one's one of my favorites. In suburban Chicago, there's this office park. It's one of those office parks you see all over the place that has a pond next to it for some reason. It's not a real pond, it's just a hole they dug and filled with water and stocked with fish. Who knows why? Nobody goes fishing there. These ponds never have names. They're probably the only bodies of water in America that don't have names. That's how little they matter. I watch ponds like those a lot. They fascinate me. Really. Once every couple years, I see some overworked office employee walk down to the water's edge and just kind of stand there for a minute. But that's it. They don't love it like they would a real pond. It's like trying to show a dog its reflection in the mirror. It doesn't care. It knows it's not real. Dude, this brings back memories of working at the medical office. We had a pond just like this. But you know what really gets me? Hey, sorry if I'm boring you. I feel like I'm just going on and on. You're not boring me. I like you, dog. What really gets me is the space just on the backside of this particular office park. It's this long, narrow lawn right next to the buildings. There's a sidewalk nobody ever walks on. Like, honestly, someone uses that sidewalk once every 30 or 40 years. Yeah, like, people don't have to work anymore. I really forget. I forget the implications of this world. Like, no one works anymore because they don't die. The medical office, I know. Wait, did I ever talk about what happened there? Dude, I don't think I ever talked about what happened there. Like, I told you in private, but I didn't, like, say it to people. Where I had to, like, give a little bit of training to their staff. Like, to their office manager, mind you. You showed your dog the reflection, and they became self-aware for a second because they looked really locked in. Like, do they have the white scleras of their eyes, your dog? And it's like they're knowing, like they just know. Your dog gained consciousness for like 1 second. It's like the conscious baby meme. Does this office park also have the mold fridge? Oh god, the fridge. Alright. This is what I call a forgotten lawn. During the warm months, some dude will come and cut the grass on a riding lawnmower. Now, with a lot of forgotten lawns, every few decades the mower will break down, or there will be some kind of giant stick, and they have to get off the lawnmower and go throw it into the bushes. Not here, not this lawn. They laid down the grass in 1999. In the 15,777 years since, nobody has ever directly stepped on it. You can't really know that. I can! I've done lots of detailed geological studies dating back to the years before I woke up. This lawn is right next to a sidewalk. It's a few feet from a feeder road and a few feet more from an expressway. And right next to it, there's a 6-story building full of people doing this, that, and the third. But they've never walked over here. Nobody has. That's the one reason I love 500 so much. Do me a favor and crunch the odds real quick of a 500 ball ever landing on this lawn. This lawn is about 0.0006 square miles. The lower 48 United States, the lower 48 United States takes up about 3,100,000 square miles. So I guess the basic odds are 1 in 5.2 billion. And 500 balls are shot out of that cannon roughly once a day. So a ball will hit this lawn once every 14 million years. There's got to be some other reason that would bring a person to walk around that lawn more often than that. Well, if you can think of one, let me know. Personally, I've seen enough. It's like watching the Earth orbit the sun and going like, maybe this time it'll go in a square instead of an oval. Nah. You know who would have wandered out there just to do it? Children. Children. My goodness. Ugh. I hate these roads. 500 balls, yeah. There's a video. Okay. Oh god, it's 2 minutes long. Okay. Am I interrupting? That's 10. Yup. You know the cannon's about to fire, right? Wait, like now? Yes, like now. Like in 60 seconds. Come on, switch it to the cannon. Okay, hold on. Alright, they're gonna switch the camera. Come on, go! Oh my god, hold up. I don't do good under pressure. Just give me a second. Okay, but we're gonna miss it. You're not helping. Okay, here we go. Did you just search for tall? Tell me the truth. No. Yes. Sorry. Oh my god. Okay, wait. I got it. Finally. Did we declare points for this yet? Yep, this one's 188 points. So whoever gets to this ball gets 188 points. Why 188? The operator's been pretty arbitrary. Honestly, I think he's getting bored. Usually, if an operator shoots a ball worth more than 50 points, they just don't want to be operator anymore. Don't be scared. There's nothing scary about this. Any guesses, y'all? I'm guessing it lands in Missouri. Drop that into the Ozarks. That'll take days to find. Okay, I'm gonna say a big city, Minneapolis. Maybe shoot it right through a high-rise window. See if any of those stiffs will call off work and pick up a football. Did it still work? 9, how about you? No wrong answers. Florida, like near Orlando. Florida, huh? Oh, come on. 9's new at this. What's wrong with Orlando? Look at a map. Florida is... Shh, it's about to fire. Here we go! Come on, big money. Well, we were all wrong. It's headed down the west coast. Oregon? Nah, it's got too much zip on it. If it doesn't slow down, it's gonna fall in the ocean. Or Lake Sacramento. Wouldn't mind that. It's only like 10 meters deep most places. If it hits the floor, it wouldn't be too tough to dig up. Might could make for a good naval battle. Wait, no, it's headed for San Fran, see? Livermore. Or yeah, Livermore. Just a little bit east. Oh no. Looks like it's gonna drop near the... Oh my god, no. Is it gonna drop near the... It's headed for the bulb. The bulb! No, come on, it's not gonna hit the bulb. It's headed right for it. No. Someone has to stop it. We have to stop it. How are we gonna stop it? What's the bulb? Aw, man. This isn't happening. No. I can't look at this. Dude, the bulb. Do you guys remember the bulb? No! That's the jump scare. You try to beat your fear of jump scares, so you watched a video of jump scares on... That's the jump scare. Oh. Okay. No, dude. Okay, that's fine. The bulb? Yeah, this is the bulb. This is the picture of the bulb. Alright. They're gonna talk about the bulb now. Alright, this is a different set of characters. Humans, alright. I forgot who these people were.
I'm sorry, one moment.
No worries, just order whenever you're ready.
Thank you.
Who is this guy? Okay.
Okay, so if I get... I'm sorry, I'm taking up all your time.
No, it's fine. There's no one behind you.
Okay, cool. So it looks like the burger comes with pickles, but the chicken sandwich doesn't. And I want pickles, but y'all's burgers are kind of bad.
Oh yeah, our burgers are terrible.
Right? And what I never got is, why are y'all called Burger King if the burger is the worst thing on the menu?
You know, I never order burgers from Burger King. Like, I don't eat it much. But when I do, I eat the chicken nuggets and stuff. You touched a light bulb once when you were a kid and that's how you found out they were hot. Well, I think we're done with the numbers for now. That's a real good question.
Because, like, your fries are really good, and I like your chicken sandwiches. And you've got the best breakfast sandwiches besides probably Sonic. And the thing is, the rest of the burger besides the actual patty itself is good.
Yeah, you know what I do is on my lunch break, I'll just make a burger with everything except the patty. So it's really just basically a veggie sandwich with pickles, tomatoes, lettuce, ketchup, and mayo. And it's good.
Huh, and I bet you get that for free. And even though the patty's free, you're like, no.
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't F with the patty. You're getting hungry? Can I get a... Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. Okay, I'm getting...
I want to know, what executive at Burger King looked at, you know, the little pads you stick under table legs so it won't scratch the floor? Who saw one of those and was like, I don't want to eat that? It doesn't taste like anything, and it's like not even a color. Burger meat is supposed to be brown. That stuff's gray. I don't want to eat anything that looks like dishwater. Honestly, if you handed me one of y'all's burger patties, it wouldn't occur to me to even eat it. I'd turn around and start washing the dishes with it. Stop, oh my god.
Can I get a Whopper with only cheese and ketchup, please? And large chick fries with barbecue sauce? They're really called chick fries? I don't even know what they're called. I don't know these like corporate names for basic foods.
Like, hold on, let me borrow this and go scrub the mold off the hull of my boat. 15,000 years, and you can't even make the thing you named yourself after? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm no chef. I'm on the road all the time. I haven't made myself a home-cooked meal in years, but I could at least make a burger that doesn't have its own booger stuck to it.
The goop. Yeah, I call it the goop. What are they talking about, dude? What's the goop? I don't eat these things. What's the goop? It's somebody's football, exactly. It's somebody's 500 football. You're talking about the little crater things on all the patties, right? What are they talking about? What's the goop?
Yeah, you made ground beef that made its own snot. My lord, it's too much. And I'm gonna eat that?
It's bad, I know.
I'm sorry, you're probably like, who's this lady going on and on in my drive-thru lane?
No, it's okay, trust me. This is the highlight of my day.
Okay, so, lunch. Can I get the number 7 combo with the grilled chicken sandwich? But can you put pickles on it? And instead of a Coke, just a water.
Can do. Anything else?
Nope, that's all for me.
More food, less numbers. Oh, they're gonna discuss numbers right now. Want any money?
Yeah, actually that'd be good. Can I get $20 from you?
So she's at the drive-thru ordering food, but she's getting money from the window guy. Can do. Your total's $7.73. So minus the 20, I'll have $12.27 for you.
Oh, you know what? I don't really want to carry all that change. I'll just have $27.73, please.
Sure, so minus the total, I'll have an even $20 bill for you. Just pull around to the second window.
Thank you.
No numbers. Okay, so here's your $20.
Thanks, you sure?
Oh yeah, we've got a couple $100 in the drawer, you're good. And here's your sandwich and fries. Ketchup's in the bag. Hey, you're, oh god, I know you. Evans, right? Alright, so this blue lady is Lucretia Evans. So she's an elite. Okay. Height 5'6", weight 145, born April whatever, 1992 in Macon, Georgia. 500 stats, so she's a 500 player. No stats available. She served as the United States Speaker of the House between 5,880 and 5,886. Yeah, pennies don't exist anymore. Like, Alright, I'm reconnected. I think I'm okay now. Yeah, it's back. Yay! Alright, Lucretia Evans.
Nah, I'm nobody.
So, like, are you, like, playing right now?
Technically, yeah. I still gotta eat, though, you know?
It's buffering again? It's back. Okay, good.
I still gotta eat, though.
It's the numbers. Yeah, the numbers are making YouTube spaz out. Seems like this would become a weird place to post up in a 500 game. Don't most of those balls fall closer to the middle of the country?
They do.
I don't know. I'm trying something different. Huh, I guess you kind of have to, right?
You know what? I do. I really, really do.
I'm sorry, that was kind of bad.
Don't be sorry.
Alright. The Sports Writers Guild of America proudly presents the 17776 500 Game Scouts Guide. McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's? I feel like Wendy's is maybe the best of them that we're like not boycotting, I guess. Wendy's is probably the best, right? But I do like, for the food itself, I like Burger King's chicken fingers. Featuring full reports on all that many number registered players. Maps of all 17775 ball drop locations. Special retrospective. Who is the greatest operator in the history of the game? Taco Ball. Lucretia Evans, the lovable loser. That's what she is. There's a saying in 500 circles. If you're anywhere near Lucretia Evans, you're in the wrong place. That saying is about 10,000 years old, and is just as true in 17776 as it was in 7751, the year Evans first registered to play in the Denali 500 game. Since that day, oh my god, 6 million, that number, balls, have fired out of the Denali cannon and into the lower 45 United States. I keep forgetting what they mean by like lower 45 and stuff. Had she an average amount of luck, Evans should have caught at least 300 footballs by now. She doesn't. In fact, her luck is so staggeringly pitiful that it's attracted the attention of mathematicians and sports historians alike. Lucretia Evans has never caught a single 500 ball since like the year 7000, and now it's like 17776. That's crazy. So like 10,000 years, she's never caught a ball. If she waits for the ball in Vermont, it lands in Oklahoma. If she sets up camp in her native Georgia, it's bound to land in Washington State. In any given game, there are anywhere between 15,000 and 20,000 players. All of them have a chance. The numbers are getting bigger. All of them, it seems, but Evans, whose absolute futility, right, has made her sort of a celebrity. Every few hundred years, a late-night talk show host will rediscover her and make her the butt of a dozen jokes. The next week, you can count on Evans herself to sit in as a guest and join in on some self-effacing humor. Oh my gosh, self-effacing humor. Those close to her, though, say it does hurt. Story time. She wants to win, says Tracy Nichols, her coach. She's a coach? She's a coach! She laughs because what else is she gonna do? Is she going to win but laugh? I mean, she's been out here playing for longer than almost any other player, and they've all caught dozens, hundreds of balls. She's absolutely peeved off. Absolutely, she's hurt. She doesn't get it, none of us do, but she's too proud to stop. She'll play 100,000 more years if that's what it takes to catch a ball. That much, I'll guarantee you. Would you guys want to play football in this world? I would. I wouldn't play normal football because I think it's boring. But these modified footballs, yeah. Can I ask you something? You can ask me anything you want. Trust me, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. Huh, okay. Why do you keep trying? You haven't scored a single point in like 10,000 years, right? Imagine the Super Bowl. Yeah, what would that even be? That'd be crazy. I feel like maybe they don't need the Super Bowl anymore because every day is a Super Bowl in this world. The short answer is that it's something to do. Well, I guess if the longer answer starts like this. I feel really lucky that it's taking this long. Like, have you ever heard the joke, if you could get dressed up for your own funeral, how would you dress? I don't know. Very slowly. Okay. No, but it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that to me. Oh, you got a straw? Oh, sure. If this sounds scripted, it's cause it is. I'm not usually this together. I've just had this conversation more times than I can count. A long time ago, I realized something about myself. I always have to have some kind of goal to work toward. It doesn't matter how stupid or trivial it is, there just has to be a well-defined objective with a clear delineation between success and failure. It's an effed up thing about me. I wish I wasn't this way, to be honest with you. It'd make living forever a lot easier. They used the entire planet as a ball. Wait. No, hold on, I'm not gonna say anything. They got like 90 Tom Brady's. Where are the pickers? The pickers? They're gonna come up soon. Yeah, objective syndrome. I think that's what it's called, right? I try to manage it all as well as I can. I try to talk to my sister a lot. We're total opposites. You know what she does every day? She wakes up, walks around the block, gets breakfast, takes care of her garden, works out, volunteers at the law firm for a few hours. Then she'll spend hours cooking dinner. Like, she'll make some whatever that is or something. Something that just takes forever. Then she watches a couple episodes of Law and Order, drinks a glass of wine, goes to bed. Every day. Every day's the exact same. She's done the same thing for 5,000 years straight. Wow. Law and Order is good for that, though, at least. I know. There's like 400 episodes of it. Yeah, I read something about that. How there's so much of it that as long as you don't really try to memorize the episodes, it takes so long to watch each one that by the time you start over, you're not gonna remember how each one went.
Right, yeah. The trick is to watch them out of order, so you can't really place yourself in the show's timeline.
Law and out of order.
Yeah, but so anyways, my sister just does the same thing every single day. It's some kind of Zen stuff she's figured out or something. She's like, it keeps me level. It's all I need. But I just can't do it though. If I wake up without some big dragon to go and kill, I get like scared. Like I'm getting buried alive or something.
Man.
And the thing is, I do that while completely knowing that this game is dumb. I could wake up tomorrow and catch a ball worth 500 points. So, okay, and then what? Maybe I get into the Hall of Fame and get on TV? And then what after that? But it's like on some level, I still have to grab onto that. I still have to have a mission, any mission. The harder, the better. And that's why I count myself lucky that it's turning out to be so hard.
So, do you even want to catch the ball?
I do and I don't, clearly. I do and I don't. I mean, I don't want this to end, but also, if I'm not actually trying my best to get one, the entire house of cards I built for myself just kind of blows over, doesn't it? I gotta wake up every day, stake out some land, keep maintaining this, I don't know, work of fiction
I think your phone's ringing.
Oh yeah, it's my coach.
Well, I can leave you alone if...
I'm not worried about it. I guarantee it's about the publisher. She keeps wanting me to write a book. All she talks about.
Does Eminem exist in this world? Yeah. If he didn't die before they stopped dying, yeah. Wait, what do you mean probably not? I think he exists. Lil Wayne, probably. Google search, is Lil Wayne alive? So she's more of an Asian, I guess?
Little bit, yeah.
That's really exciting.
What, a book? Nah, that's really nice of you to say.
Oh, you should write one. I'd read it.
Nah, they're too long.
Like the story.
It's basically asking someone to pay $15 to be on the other side of a one-sided conversation that goes on for days. You've got to be a total butthole to want to write a...
Grisha, pick up! Call me back. Oh, that's the phone.
Okay, I better get this and hit the road. Listen, it was really nice to meet you.
Whoa, I read that word wrong. Yeah, the only person who matters is Krisha and the drive-through window guy. You too. When your book's out, you're gonna send me a copy?
Huh, yeah, okay, in about 1,000,000 years.
I'll be here. Oh, that's kind of sad.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Alright, dial Tracy.
Lacrota's Ford Focus is not connected to any devices. To think via Bluetooth, enter the Preferences menu on your device and...
Okay.
Select Lacrota's Ford Focus.
Okay, girl.
Ready to pair. Connected to Lacrota's phone.
Dial Tracy.
Yeah, I don't like that either. This kind of fate. But as long as you don't have to work. Still, I wouldn't like it.
Dial Tracy.
Lacrota's phone disconnected. Connected to Lacrota's phone. Lacrota's phone disconnected. Lacrota's Ford Focus is not connected to any devices. Ready to pair. To sync via Bluetooth, enter the Preferences menu on your device and select Lacrota's Ford Focus. Connected to Lacrota's phone. Dial Lacrota's phone disconnected. Connected to Lacrota's phone.
Dial Tracy.
Dialing Tracy. Finally! Oh my god. She got it to work. It's fine.
Trace, listen. If this is about the book, I don't want...
There's a ball incoming.
I wasn't even looking at the canon schedule. You know I'm in Bay Area, right?
Yes, where are you right now?
I'm a little south of San Ramon. I was just about to get on the 580, exit 46.
Okay. Oh god. Krisha, you're like right on it. It's gonna land close.
Alright, what's my success probability? I'm gonna need at least 5% to go chasing after it. I literally just stopped to get some lunch.
99.98% success.
No.
Lucretia, this is it. Oh my god. So she's there. The ball's gonna end in Livermore. What's that emoji? That's an Oni.
Oh my god, give me a route.
You said you're on route 580? Take that.
About to be.
Okay, take 580 east. You don't need to speed, don't speed.
Okay. Tell me what you're looking at.
The ball should be making impact with the ground in about 3 minutes. It's hitting Livermore. Can just about guarantee that. The player nearest to you is in San Jose. Oh god, you got daylight. He's like an hour away at the minimum. This one's all yours.
Okay.
Yeah, she's about to get it. Now listen, there's a real good chance it's gonna hit a building. This model of football is about... What? Wait, hold on, what? Now listen, there's a real good chance it's gonna hit a building. This model of football is about 200 pounds. This model of football is about 200 pounds. So if it does, it's almost sure to crash straight to the roof. This could land in someone's living room, and if it does, you know, that's private property. You're gonna have to ask nice if you want that ball. How many friends do you have in Livermore?
Let me check.
Don't look at your screen when you're driving. That's what I'm here for.
All right.
You've got about 18,000 friends in Livermore, is that right?
Yeah, but I haven't talked to a lot of them in a long time, like 1,000 years.
Should be fine. You're a celebrity, you know? You should be okay. Plus, city drops are so rare. I bet a lot of them will just be happy to be a part of it.
I've got cops on me.
Were you speeding?
I don't know, I don't think so.
I'm checking out. Hold tight.
What the fluff? There's like 12 cop cars. I can't get over. They won't let me.
It's a motorcade.
Oh, that's just my luck. Of course the president or something like that is here. If I get stuck in this and it costs me the ball, I'm gonna...
No, Krisha. They're here for you. This is your motorcade. They called it for you. Oh my god, dude. Oh.
Me?
Girl, you are all over the news. They're like, you're breaking news. I'm going to the channels now. You're on NBC. It looks like they're showing some interview you did. Oh, this is some old footage of you though. Jesus, you're wearing a pantsuit. This is from at least like 12,000. What are you doing wearing a pantsuit? Lucretia?
It's ending. This is ending. It's over.
Well, not yet, it ain't. Looks like they just upped your success probability to 99.9%, but that ain't 100. We do need to talk strategy, as long as we have a couple minutes though. I think in the future, we need to stake out peninsulas like this one. Because I mean, look, this is low value real estate. Nobody else wanted to be here because it's at the edge of a target area, surrounded by water. So yeah, it's garbage land, but you've got it almost all to yourself. There's like 17,000 people in this game, and right now, you're one of the only 3 in the entire peninsula. 3! More I think about it, the more I think this is just the start. Hold on. Oh my god, I just burped. This is just the start. We've got a strategy now. We know what we're doing now. I'm telling you. And I know this ball's only 188 points, but I'm telling you, you need to start thinking about what you're gonna do when you're sitting up there in Alaska shooting that cannon. Oh wow. What do you want to do? What kind of game you want to create? Oh yeah, true. And because, plus before that, we've got to figure out a press tour. If you even want to do one, it's up to you. But I mean, you're on basically every channel right now.
Please be quiet.
How are you doing?
I'm like shaking. My hands are like shaking.
Whoa. Just drive steady. Drive steady. You're fine. This is what you've worked 10,000 years for. This moment you're in right now. Enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
I'm trying to.
It's okay. It hit. It's on the ground.
Give me a route.
Getting it now. Getting you a route. Just a second. Where are you on 580?
About to pass exit 54.
Get off. Now.
Okay.
Hang a right. You want to find East and Loyola.
Got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
You're like 2 minutes away.
God, look at these crowds.
You'd be bumping some rap music on your way to grab that? Yeah. I would be like sweating my balls off. I'm seeing it. One of the local stations has a chopper. I'm looking at you now. Oh, hey, I got good news. That ball hit a fire station. That's a public building. No rights to negotiate, nothing. You should be able to just walk right in there and drag it away.
This is just silly. I don't deserve this.
Some Eminem. Is that a good song or a bad song? I can't tell. I can't tell if you're trolling this time or not. Huh, it's got some kind of landmark designation. I keep messing with my mic. I mean, it's a fire station. I don't know why it has that. My maps are probably effed up or something. Anyway,
all these people are out here for little old me.
It looks like it hit the roof on the southeast corner of the building. Crashed right through the roof. That took most of the wind out of it. It might be dug just a little bit into the concrete, but it won't be buried. Shouldn't have trouble getting to it. Just pull right up to the garage. Oh my god, Lucretia. This is really happening. This is finally happening for us. No other player within 20 miles of you. You got it, you got it. Keep it good. Okay. I mean, I hope so. Okay. I think I'm allowing myself to be happy. There you go. There you go. God, I'm crying a little bit. I think I'm still in shock too much for that. I'm just happy I could drive straight. Okay, I'm about here. What the HE double hockey sticks? What? I just turned the corner. People are like running out of the fire station. Some of them are yelling. They're pissed off about something. They're mad? Seems like it. It's broken! It's broken! It's gone! It went right through the roof. Just went right through it. Oh my god. What if her phone died? That'd be awful. Actually, I wouldn't say so, because if you're like that many years old, I'm sure you've traveled around. I think you would know your ways around the world. Just, I don't know. Do they need GPSs, I wonder? Tracy, what are they talking about? That should have been impossible. It was protected. I thought they made it protected. Can they save it? Keep all the pieces together. Maybe they can save it. There's nothing to save. Look for yourself. It's just gone. There's nothing left. No, dude. Not the football. Not the football. Oh, no. 1901 light bulb still burning in Livermore, California. A light bulb put into service in 1901 at the Livermore Fire Department is still burning after having been rarely turned off. By today's standards, it should have burned out 852 times. The hand-blown bulb has a thick carbon filament. The Livermore light bulb. Let's see. Thomas Alva Edison invented the electric light bulb. 22 years later, in 1901, they hung one of the newfangled gadgets in the Livermore, California Fire Department and turned it on. It's still there and still on. The old bulb has been turned off almost never in 71 years. By today's standards, it should have burned out 852 times by now, but clearly we are not dealing with today's standards. We're dealing with somebody who made light bulbs to last. The bulb, hand-blown with a thick carbon filament, was made apparently by the Shelby Electric Company, which did not become one of the giants of the nation for an obvious reason. They made light bulbs to last, and nobody ever reordered. One burns on, a memorial to Shelby Electric. So this article's from 1986. The Shelby bulb still shines as a 4-watt attraction, luring tourists from as far away as Japan, Australia, South Africa, and Belgium. Since spring, a webcam mounted next to the bulb offers visitors to that website 24/7 exposure to the Livermore light bulb. We get 700 or 800 hits in a week, Bramall says. People log on and watch the light bulbs for several minutes as if it's going to do something. The deputy chief asked, my god, I don't know why okay. I was gonna say, this like the light bulb cam kind of reminds me of back in the day when I was like a young lad. I used to watch the haunted doll cam. I don't know if you know anything about that, but it's like someone has a house full of like haunted dolls and they put a webcam in there and then you just see things moving around. You like words more than numbers, huh? One critic sent an email grousing, "It's a light bulb, get a life." Geesh, you're sitting there surfing the web for a light bulb and you tell us to get a life? Bramall knows what? Yeah, oh. Food. Dude, that's a light bulb. That's a light bulb. The light bulb broke. Eulogy. We are here in remembrance of the Livermore light bulb. It was manufactured in late 1890s in Shelby, Ohio, and installed in Livermore in 1901. In 1976, it was briefly switched off when it was relocated to a fire station. In 2013, a mishap again cut its power supply, but it successfully switched back on and remained on until being crushed by a 500 football on July 3rd, 17776. It was that many years old. The Livermore bulb probably did not have a soul. It was largely glass and filament through which electricity ran. It did not know us, and it did not know its own royalty. It was the oldest functioning electric being in the known universe. It was our dearest ancestor. Year after year, it continued to astonish us. It was, after all, a light bulb that stayed on for more than 15,000 years without burning out or breaking. It was a miracle, and yet it did not occur to us that it could die.
Perhaps in a more fearsome age, an age of illness and warfare and cosmic debris, we would not have room in our hearts to take care for such a little bulb, but we were living in an age without loss. This is a sorrow we have forgotten how to experience. The bulb lived to us, and life deserves to be immortal. It will live on in our memories, where it will perhaps find more happiness than it ever did hanging from a ceiling. What the heck did that... What did it say at the end? We love you and we will miss you. Aww. That was beautiful. What do we do now? I think we should visit an old friend. I think that would be good for us. Eddie? Yup. Wait, he's still in there? Don't tell me he's still in there. Yup. Ah, Eddie's the guy in the cave, right? I think I remember this. He's like in a cave or something. No? Who is that? What's going on here? Where are we going? Where are we going? In the woods? Yeah! Is this a guy who's just like hiding? Or did we already do that last time? Oh, by the way, I forgot to say. So the last time I read the story, like the first part, that was exactly a year ago. It was January 5th, 2025. It's exactly a year later that I'm reading reading it again. Or like continuing it. Alright. Oh. We're in the forest now, I guess. He's in the cave. It's like the videos where they do cave diving and yeah, that's literally what's happening. I think this is the guy that's like in a cave and he's just holding a football. Or maybe I'm wrong, I'm not sure. Let me see, what voice for this guy? I recall when I was small, how I spent my days alone. Fortunately, rescuers did not arrive. So do you like words or do you not like words, dude? The busy world was not for me, so I went down and found my own. Oh my god, look at the guy, what the heck? Wait, double dribble. I would climb the garden wall with a candle in my hand. I'd ride inside a hall of rock and sand. Ah, come on. What is going on here? He's playing a game. Oh my god, I remember these things. Before the fall, when they wrote it on the wall, when there wasn't even any Hollywood, they heard the call and they wrote it on the wall for you and me. We understood. Hello? Hello? Hey, is someone in there? I heard you singing. I heard you. You're behind those rocks. Hey, listen, I'm not here to bother you. Are you trapped in there or something? I said, are you trapped in there? Are you okay? Okay, well, I'm gonna go get help. Just sit tight, I'll be right back. Wait. Yeah? Don't tell anyone I'm here. Please don't tell anyone I'm here. Why not? This really isn't any of your business, just, I'm not in any trouble. I'm in here because I want to be. Please, just move it along and don't tell anyone you saw me here. Well, don't worry about that, because I can't see you. Because you won't come out. That's the idea. Well, listen, I'm part of a project called No Rock Unturned. Do you know what that is? What if zombies appeared? He'd be in trouble. Well, No Rock Unturned is a project made up of people like me who walk all across America and learn about its land and the folks who live in it. Our goal is to eventually count everyone in America as a friend. I was assigned the 381318 line of latitude. Oh my god. Oh, so they're just walking a line. So if you imagine a line that's 100 feet wide, and it's about 2,500 miles long, stretching from coast to coast, you've got the idea. That's my line. I'm hiking all the way through this line, and it's my job to take in all the wonders I see, and try to make friends with everyone I see. And while I'm at it, Oh, yeah, I've seen y'all go through here. I've seen people walk through these woods here with that same t-shirt on. Oh my god. Well, you might have mistaken for someone else. There's only a few hundred of us, so we usually pass only through an area every 800 years or so. I know that. Well, you couldn't have seen... Yes, I could have. I've been in here for 9,000 years. 9,000 years? 9,313 years. Oh God in heaven! You're Eddie Krieger! Where is Ed Krieger? My god. You have to promise me you won't tell anyone you saw me. Promise me. Well, I mean, if you do, you'll be effing me over more than you can imagine. For whatever that's worth, for the love of God, tell nobody.
Okay. Not even your people. Not even the no rock on turn. Not even them. Okay, you know what? I promise I won't. But if I could ask something in return, what? See, what I do is, in order to get to know people better, I have these questions I ask everyone I meet. It's on this piece of paper here. Could I at least ask you the first 10? What for? It's just that I really care about what I do. It means a lot to me to get to know everyone I come across if I can. And I'll tell you what, I've been doing this for a really long time, and I have never run into anyone who was sitting in a cave and wouldn't come out. It'd about kill me if I couldn't at least talk to you. Alright, here's the paper with the questions. Let's face it, sharing the good news with people can be a little intimidating sometimes. Is this like a door-to-door, you know what? Oh god, it is. Just remember that it's all in his hands. You're not in control. He is. You're simply a servant dedicated to spreading his word. Philippians 4:8 tells us, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. I recall that. I think it did say that. So don't be afraid to enjoy yourself. This world is full of interesting people who are up to all sorts of interesting things. If you're stuck, here's some sample questions you can use to get to know someone. Alright, here's the questions. What is your name? Can you tell me a bit about where we are? What do you do? What do you think you'll be doing tomorrow? Or in 100,000 years? What are some of your favorite hobbies? Do you think we're in the Matrix? Do you think we should try to restart the space program? Would you like to know God personally? My god. Alright, fine, alright. Oh, good lord. Thank you so much. Okay. Question 1 is, what is your name? Eddie Krieger. I mean, I can't believe it's you. Cannot believe it. Already knew that one, so we can skip it. That counts as 1. Oh, come on. No free ones. You have 11 left. Didn't they say 10? Didn't they say 10 questions? You have 11 left. Geez, alright, you're the boss. Question 2. Can you tell me a little bit about where we are? Louisville. Aw, come on. Okay, alright. You're standing next to the Beargrass Creek, which... Oh yeah, seems like an interesting creek. It's not. I was just trying to say something nice. Did you think you were going to hurt my feelings because you didn't like a nearby creek? Sorry. Sorry for what? I don't know, sorry. So, you're standing anyway next to... Sorry. So, you're standing next to the South Fork of Beargrass Creek, which runs all around Louisville. I'm sitting in what would be called 11 Jones Cave. Yeah, this is the cave guy! If anyone remembers it was here, which nobody does. Okay, I'm gonna go off script for question 3. Why is it called 11 Jones Cave? I'll answer that, but before I do, there's something we need to do. Here, come on. Come over here. Here? Closer, closer, just for a second, get in the shot. Here? That'll work. Hello, whoever you are. I'm Eddie, and what was your name? Tim. And this is Tim. And you, the reader, are reading this on, what's that site with the name that sounds like ESPN sports site? ESPN Nation? SP Nation? That's the website that we're reading on. ESB Nation. And you've been reading on our little conversation here. They're breaking the fourth wall. It's in somewhat poor taste to address you directly, but some things are more important than the fourth wall. Dude, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. One of those things is your personal safety and well-being. Dude, what? We're about to... I'm sorry. Wait. That was crazy. That was crazy. My goodness. We're about to talk about 11 Jones Cave. Dude, what is YouTube on about? What are they doing to me? This is a cave I live in, but I can only do that because I'm unkillable. If you're reading this prior to the year 2026, you are extraordinarily killable. Wait, hold on. It's 2026. Am I on? Am I live right now, or is YouTube messing with me? Pause, rewind, play. I'm not... Oh, I'm disconnected. Okay, I reconnected. I say this for 2 reasons. The first of which is that there is a very real risk of you getting stuck in it. Dude, they're literally talking about cave divers here. The second and more important reason is that this cave harbors extraordinarily high levels of carbon dioxide. Yippee! Dude, they're talking about cave diving. Like, this is like a PSA for the reader, breaking the fourth wall. Dog disappears. Story of the disappearing dog is another of the cave's claims for distinction. Ooh. It happened during the 1912 hunting season, yet the memory of it lingers as though it were during the present inning of the sportsman. The hunter sat at the mouth of the cave to drink in the spring. One of his dogs came up behind him and a moment later entered the cave. The hunter waited, called the dog, then waited again. For more than an hour, the hunter sat at the mouth of the cave waiting for the dog, but the animal never reappeared. The story spread alarm among its residents of the section who heard it. Okay. I know how people are. Maybe you're telling yourself, well, I'm special. I won't let myself get poisoned by carbon dioxide. You will. And you will be remembered as the person who died in some crappy cave because you read it in a story you read online about sentient 178th century space probes who watch football all day, even though the most handsome character in the story completely interrupted everything to explicitly tell you not to. Wow, I completely forgot about this part of the story. Who are you talking to? Don't worry about it. Well, if you won't answer, that doesn't count as one of my questions. Fair enough. You're still on question 3. Why is it called 11 Jones Cave? Nobody really agrees on the story there. The most boring answer is that it was near a couple of properties owned by guys named Levin and Jones, and the name just kind of morphed out of that. Levin and Jones, okay. The more fun story is that in the 1800s, there was a gang of bandits known as the 11 Jones Gang. They lived in the cave and built bedrooms out of its little corridors. They installed an iron gate in here to protect all the stolen treasure that they stashed here. If you believe all the stories everyone ever told you about this cave, there's tons and tons of treasure back there. There's a Confederate sword from the Civil War. There's a cannon for some reason. A cannon, huh? Is any of that stuff really in there? Pass. What? Nobody ever explained who the 11 Joneses were. We were sure there was booty to be found deep inside the cave. We have heard tales of dead bodies, stolen stages and lockboxes, and a bag of gold. Once we found a glove in one of these rooms, and the boy who found it shrieked that it contained a severed hand. Awesome. Pass. I pass on the question. Ask another. What? Why won't you tell me? I'm gonna go ahead and call that one question 4. I don't want to tell you because I don't want to deprive you of mystery. Uncertainty is our greatest scarcity. You should be delighted not know something. Yeah, they've been talking about uncertainty being scarce for a while. Again, like being in this world where you've been alive for like 15,000 years? 15,000, right? You pretty much know everything at that point. Like anything that could have happened has already happened. So you could probably calculate the probability of anything happening, right? So yeah, uncertainty is our greatest scarcity. I'll put a pin on that. Well, I don't agree with that. That's why I'm on this hike, to find out as much as I can about the land and the people who live here. You're a butthole. What? You're a butthole! Oh my god, you have all the time in the world, infinite time, and just a little bit of mystery. Ration it. It's my choice to make. It shouldn't matter to you. It's going to matter to your future self. What if it's 50,000 years down the road and you're all out of mysteries? Mystery is an exhaustible resource. If you depend on that to make you happy, you better start saving it instead of gorging yourself like a little piglet. Know where that'll leave you? You'll have nothing left to explore in the world. So you'll look up the stars, waiting for galaxies to collide. You might see it happen every couple million years. The whole time you're waiting, you'll wish for some old forest to discover, some open house to visit. There won't be any. I bet then you'll remember what I told you. Well, what do you do? That is question 5. I play the hits. You know what that is? A video game, I guess? It's Double Dribble, one of those old handheld Konami games. The screen is, I mean, you can barely even call it a screen. It's just a printed picture of a basketball court and a few little LCD illustrations that flip off and on in front of it. Way back when it was made, My grandson showed it to me. How old is this guy? I never played a video game in my life. I figured I was too old for any of that business. But I played it, and I played it. You're this little guy, and you have to dribble around the defenders and score. That's the whole game. You get to 99 points, you win. Takes some time to really get the hang of, but not that much time. To tell you the truth, you play for a couple weeks and you've got it down. You never miss a shot. So I made up this game where I try to beat it as quick as I could, like speedrunning, and I try to beat my own record. I've got this little timer with me. I'd hit the button with my foot to start it, and as soon as I got to 99, I stop it. And eventually, I realized that it was impossible to beat the game any faster than 3 minutes 18 seconds. Yeah, so again, like I said, if you have that much time, you'd probably be able to calculate anything, like any probability. So, like, there would be no point to, like, speedruns and stuff like that anymore. For about a year, I tried to beat it faster than 3 minutes 18 seconds, and I just couldn't do it. So I'd see if I could beat it in an exact time. Like, exactly 5 minutes or exactly 20 minutes and 7 seconds. And without a timer, it's kind of hard to... You played this for a year? That's question 6. I've been playing it for 285 years. Usually about 8 hours a day, sometimes a lot more. Oh my god. I decided I'd play it for a total 300 years. That's it. Any more than that, and I may as well just stare at the walls of this cave. I kind of feel that way already some of the time, but I've got to make it last though. There are other games. There's Shinobi, Jordan vs. Bird, lots of others. There are like 10,000 of them, oh my god. But I suppose I get 300 years of play out of each of them. That's only 3 million years. Well, that's a lot of time. It's 3 million divided by infinity. Nothing is anything when you're dividing by infinity. Why are you in here? Question 7. So, Ed Krieger, this is his game card. Height 5'10", weight 160, born 1938. He's freaking old. He's old. He's senile. Whoa. He's senile. Recent country football record, year, Louisville. Ed's whereabouts are unknown. His rushing attempt has now lasted 9,313 years. I'm a safety in a long-distance football game between... I thought you were a running back. No, common misconception. The other team's been trying to tackle me so long, a lot of people forgot what position I played. My gosh. Anyway, it's a long-distance game between Louisville and Charlotte, so the field's about 330 miles long. Not as long as some of those other games, but the Appalachians are right around midfield. And it's just a bear going up and down those mountains. What? Charlotte was whipping our eggs, and it was 84-14. Whatever that means. I don't know football. Thing about long-distance game, though, is that they come with a ton of paperwork. Rules on top of rules on top of rules. A lot of them are just copied and pasted from other games wholesale. Who knows what's in them? We were around 20 years into this football game before we really went into the rule books and started looking for something we could use. It's about as big as an encyclopedia set, but me and the rest of the folks on defense spent months going through them. Finally, we found one. It must have been a leftover for some old game they forgot to take out. It said, basically, that if you get possession of the ball and stay in your own end zone for 10,000 years without being tackled, it's an automatic win for you. Game over. And of course, our end zone was defined at the city limits of Louisville. So he's in this cave. He's trying to get this automatic win by hiding with the ball in the cave for 10,000 years. So one of our quarterbacks, she was like, if there was somewhere you could hide in Louisville, maybe that's worth trying. And I was like, well, think of how many searchers Charlotte's going to be able to recruit over the course of 10,000 years. They'll flip the city upside down. There'll be thousands of them. But she was like, well, it's either that or we're losing this game. I hope he wins too. And we haven't seen her like catch the other lady, Cretia. She hasn't actually caught the ball that broke the bulb. A few weeks later, they're just about to score on us again. She didn't get it, right? I don't know. Anyways, they've got the ball. Hold on. They've got the ball at Mount Washington. So, you know, they're knocking on the door. They have this quarterback who can just zip it. Good conditions, he can throw it 700 yards. It's one of the most beautiful thrown footballs I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. So he just launches it. But the whiteout I'm covering falls in a construction site. All of a sudden, I'm all alone. Easy pick for me, but instead of trying to run it back, I retreat to Louisville, right? Wow, so... Yep. And you can probably fill it in the rest. When I was a boy, 8, 9, 10, I used to go back here and play. I was like, I bet I'm the only one in the world who even remembers that little cave at all. And look at me, I was right. I forget this guy's like an old man. You've been there? Woo! You've hid here the entire time. Yes. You know you're famous, right? Like really famous? Nobody's just disappeared in the middle of a game and stayed missing for as long as you have. You're like a legend. A lot of good it does me. I wake up every morning on a rock. It's wet, smells like crap. The nanobots, clean the carbon dioxide out of the air and bring me food. But the only food they know how to synthesize is granola bars. God bless those little fellas, but they're dumber than heck. So if this is what fame is, you can have it. By the way, what was question 8? And the answer is no, I didn't know I was famous and I barely care. You have 2 questions left. Okay, does this game really mean so much to you that you're willing to hide in a cave for 10,000 years? Well, the game only barely matters to me at this point. There seems to be a theme here. It's enough to keep me going. It's an objective, It's an objective. I was an old man. I was 87 years old the day we stopped aging. And I was in good health and all that. But I was still waking up every day and telling myself, Eddie, could be any day now. Could be any day. And I made peace with that. Having an end, knowing one day would be the last day, it felt correct. It felt comfortable. That's been taken from me. The telomeres in my cells stopped shrinking. My wrinkles faded themselves away. I remember on my 128th birthday, I woke up and it was beautiful, and I went out for a run. I hadn't gone out for a run my whole life. It was the best time I ever had. It was the best morning I ever had. I didn't even have good shoes for it, just my old loafers. Got blisters like you wouldn't believe. Those were the times. But those times gave away to being afraid. Who wants to live forever? What am I gonna do with forever? And so I figure, I need to get good at living life from second to second. Forget all those big conquests. Live second to second to second to second, one at a time. That's what this cave is for. You're like a monk or something then, I guess. I suppose I am. But this cave's even more to me than that. There used to be newspaper articles and things about this cave. Every couple decades, someone would rediscover it and write about it. And people would be like, well, how about it? 11 Jones Cave. A mystery cave right in the middle of this big city, and we didn't even know it. And then they move on to something else. And then 20 or 30 years later, someone would remember it again. Around 1964, students at Highland Junior High School brought human bones taken from the cave to their 7th grade science teacher. What the heck, man? And now, that's crazy. And now, nobody does. Even my childhood friends, the ones I used to play with when I was a boy, they've forgotten about the cave we discovered in the way back when. Or else they don't care, because I'm sure none of them come to visit. So this is my cave, and I don't mean it like I own it. Human bones, right? That's crazy. From the cave, bro was reduced to shape, yeah. I mean it like, this cave is known only to me. It's my duty to know every little crack, every little place the rock juts out. Okay. It's my duty to know when the soil gets saturated and the water is about to come wandering through here. It's my duty to look after the little cave beetles. They don't have eyes, They just need a little help sometimes. It's my little speck of the only world I know, and I love it to bits. Well, you got one more question, I think, don't you? Yeah, would you like to know God personally? Because, see, like, the bridge to God is through the cross. I have a diagram, it kind of shows how you cross the bridge of death to find salvation in... Here, you can have this one. Okay, just here, yes, I'll take it, thank you, thanks. Great. Alright, sinful man, walking, Jesus Christ, the cross, to holy God, eternal life, okay. What the heck, man? I'm so bad at this, Oh, hey, there's no need to. I'm sorry. Hey, no, I'm sorry. I know the Lord's up there. I want to let everyone know he's coming, but I'm just so nervous to tell people. I've been trying all these years, and I always feel stupid. So I get real nervous every time. And the printer prints it weird, and it's all blocky and fuzzy when you print it out, so it looks stupid. The pixelation, that's crazy. Oh my god. Maybe he is up there. You don't have to be... You don't have to. No, really. I don't believe so, but I've been wrong before. You ever wonder if this is heaven now? You ever wonder if we're all just there now and we don't know it? I've thought about that. All of us have. There's a lot less people who go to church than there used to be, because that's what a lot of people think. But I don't think so. But I think about it, and I think, well, I can't be, because I'm like you. I kind of look at the big, long life ahead of me that stretches out forever and disappears, and I get scared. And I think, this can't be heaven if I'm getting scared, right? And then I think, maybe I'm in heaven, and heaven is scary. I know exactly what you mean. So they haven't figured out the God question yet, still. Nope. What do you two think? No. Maybe. Maybe? 15,000 years of deep space travel through absolutely nothing and you're still a maybe? Yep. Sometimes I wonder if you're really a scientific instrument. Let's not do this again. Alright. Well, 9, you can think whatever... Hold on. Whatever you want. What do you think? I think so. I think there's a higher power. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. I'm a failure of a big sister. Well, I mean, nobody can explain why people are living forever, right? Nobody can explain what happened 15,000 years ago. It's a miracle. Well, to be fair, listen, I'm gonna argue against myself here. That's the privilege of saying maybe. Is that a miracle? Yeah, I guess it is. But so's life in the first place. Pull it back way further than that. The mere fact anything exists is a miracle in the first place. Imagine if nothing ever existed in the universe except for a pebble. It's surrounded by nothing. And it never does nothing at all. Why? Why does it exist? That is a miracle. And to get from that to chemicals reacting, and stars, and magnetic field and whatnot, that's 1,000 miracles piled up on top of each other. And to get from that to life that crawls out of the water and gets smart enough to make us and blow our little tin can butts out of here, that's just being greedy. So if you ask me, you got lots and lots and lots of homework to do before you can point to immortality as evidence of anything at all. But still, maybe? Hey, can I go out on my own for a little while? Sure, I was wondering when you do that. I'm not your parent, you ought to do what you want. Go call some people, make some friends down there. Oh, I can do that? You sure can, buddy. Okay. You know where you're going? Clearly you do. Where are they going? Where are they going? Where are they going? Oh god, what is this? Okay. Ooh. Oh, okay, so 9's calling someone. I guess a human. Hello? Hello. Who is this? Well, they call me 9. How'd you get this number? Who gave you this number? 10 gave me the number 9. Do you know 10? What are you? God, give me the phone. Give me the phone. Nancy? Oh my god, Tenny? Tenny is crazy. Hi! Oh my god, hi, how are you? I'm good. It's good to hear your voice. You too, what a nice surprise. So, I hate to come and go, but there's someone I wanted you to meet. 9, say hi. Hi. 9, hi, how are you? I don't know. 9's a little bit... 9's new. Just woke up a couple days ago. Now, 9 hasn't talked to anyone but Juice and I. Not so good at the small talk yet. So this is the first contact. Well, how about that? Yes. And we're wondering if 9 could spend a few minutes with you. Well, of course. I was just cooking some breakfast. Fantastic. Nance, I'll check in with you later. Thank you so much. You two have fun. Wait! What? You're not gonna stay? Oh boy. Okay, you're a little starstruck, huh? Nancy's a very good friend of mine. She's very nice. You'll be fine. Bye! Bye, Missy. Talk to you soon. So, not so good with the small talk, huh? I guess probably not. Well, there's no shame in that. It's really tough. It takes a lot of practice. The first thing you do is introduce yourself. So, I'll do that. My name is Nancy McGunnell. What's yours? 9. Or I guess my full name is Pioneer 9. So I guess that makes Pioneer 10 your sister? Yeah. When I first woke up, she said she was my little sister, but just a minute ago, she said she was my big sister. How does that make you feel? Hold on, I'm trying to find the word. I was launched in 1968, and she was launched in 1972. So technically, I'm older, but she's been awake way longer, so she knows way more. And she's a way better talker than I am. So I guess the word isn't insulted. I guess it's embarrassed? I've never felt embarrassed before. I'm feeling a lot of things for the first time. I built up a ton of residual memory in space, so it's like I know it, but I haven't thought about it. That must be exciting, but I bet it's also a little weird, huh? Yeah. Well, don't get too discouraged. You know, your sister and your buddy Juice weren't always so hot at communicating either. Thousands of years ago, they made first contact with us. And at first, we had no idea it was them. So you have to understand how confusing it was. After an eternity of total silence from the universe, we finally received a clear transmission from somewhere, and we had no idea where it was coming from. You want to know the very first thing they said? What? Art. Pioneer 10 and Juice. Oh, Juice said, come on, come on. This is first contact with humanity we're talking about. Far too much responsibility to just throw away on a dumb joke. No, absolutely not. It'll be funny. Do you have any idea how frightened humankind will be? They have probably forgotten we are even out here. They're going to think we're extraterrestrials or a godlike figure or something. We need to approach this very, very delicately. They'll be fine. Just say fart. Every day for a year, just transmit that message fart and never answer them. Oh, actually, wait. Do it every day at 4:10. Still like farting. 4:10, farting. Get it? That's kind of funny. Fartin. 4:10. You are unbelievable. Come on. Come on. It ain't like they don't have it coming. I mean, they drew a dick on you. They drew a picture of a dude butt egg naked. And he's waving like, hi, I got a dick. Look at my dick. And they bolted to your egg and blew you into space. Oh my god. This plaque is of scientific importance. Lol. Man, they drowned the East Coast and killed Google Reader. What? Oh yeah! Like, we don't exist anymore, do we? They drowned the East Coast? Oh man, oh man! We were frightened down here. It was like something I've never felt before. Kind of amused and terrified at the same time. So I think I know how you feel. I'm happy that you can know how I feel. So, you've got me, 9. What would you like to talk about? You're not busy or anything? Not at the moment. Is your game over? No, not yet. Hold on. Just want to make sure I'm not being tapped. Okay, should be fine. Does the other team spy on you? They try to. Is that legal? Yeah, not very sportsmanlike, but it is legal. A few years back, I got careless. I had the ball and we were running a misdirection. I had about 200 blockers on that play. I told them to go southeast to try to draw the defense. Oh my god, I don't know these words. And then I stuck off and ran northeast all by myself. Spent the night in a hotel in North Platte. I called my coach from the hotel phone. Turns out they had it tapped. Next morning, I went out to get breakfast because, you know, this was no fancy hotel. I wasn't in the mood to eat fruit out of a plastic cup. By the time I got back to my room, the ball was gone. From then on, I always used the room safe every time I stayed in a hotel. So that was a fumble? Mm-hmm. They ran it all the way back too. That was the first score of the game, and it's 24-24 now. 9, you there? Yeah, sorry. I was just looking up your route. I don't understand what you're doing. Look funny to you? Yeah. Well, a couple of days back, I ran up into a twister. Yeah, I remember this. Nancy went into a tornado. That allowed me to... Oh yeah, I saw it. We were watching. Oh, fun! Yes, that twister blew me a few miles north. Good thing too, because Iowa had me just about totally surrounded. They would have tackled me for sure, and then I'd be back into the grind. You tune in at just about the right time. This game's been real slow in parts. We'll spend a week grinding out a 1-mile drive, then we turn it over on downs, repeat over and over. Getting the sort of open field I've got right now is a real luxury. But more to your point, I'm really just trying to go where they're not. They've got defenders patrolling the end zone, but they're not as concentrated up here. I'm about 8,000 yards from the river now. I'm real close. This afternoon, I'll probably make a break for it. Seems weird to me that you'd want to be so close to a town. It's usually my game plan whenever I'm in a cross-country game like this one, especially somewhere like Nebraska. If I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I stick out, right? Someone could spot me from half a mile off. And of course, if I'm in a town, there are lots of eyes and ears on me. And unless it's a real friendly town, word gets around. So I like to stay in the periphery, just outside of town. That's where they forget to look. This is so far from my idea of football. Football's different things to different people. I see this kind of football, the open world kind, as its end state. The old grid football, the 100-yard kind, that was basically just training wheels. The game was always all about the field, of course, the ground, the earth. And it was kind of like, here, take this boring, flat, grassy rectangle and prove you can really know it and understand it. And they spent hundreds of years getting to know it. And now, to me, football is further exercise in getting to know and love this world, this planet, you know? The actual ground. It's so rich with history, it's just embarrassing. I've just been thinking the same thing. You know, I was telling someone just the other day that I can barely walk 10 feet without sticking my foot into some kind of sacred ground where something special happened. Maybe a week ago, maybe 10,000 years ago. You see right over there, a couple hundred yards from where I'm standing? That's where Al Capone's brother lived. You know who Al Capone is? Hold on. Yeah, his brother lived there. He was a prohibition agent from the government. Can you believe that? All this time, his brother was the most famous bootlegger in America, and here he was doing the exact opposite. At war with each other like they were Greek gods or something. And of course, the town's named after Homer. Can't make that up. It's a funny world. So they're not here anymore. Oh, no. They passed long before the moment, you know, where people stop passing on. I was just thinking about people from back then. The people who lived just a little too soon to live forever. It's not fair. It's not. It's really not. Do you ever think about those people? I do. I think about them often. I was almost one of them. Really? Mm-hmm. I was about the last person in the world you'd expect to see in front of you now. Star running back, I was not. A little after my 70th birthday, I got sick. Nancy's over 70 years old. Oh, is that her? That's her picture. And it was hard. It was painful. I was starting to think, well, pretty soon's probably gonna be my time. I couldn't get out of the house a whole lot. My daughter would come to visit. She was great, but she could only be there some of the time. So a lot of the time, I'd sit in my living room and just watch TV. She's old. She's a hag. I started to watch football. I kind of grown up with it a little, but to tell you the truth, I hadn't usually been much of a fan. But I got mixed up with a little satellite dish and I'd watch it every Sunday. I watched the Browns a lot. Oh, they're good! You were made in 1968? Yeah. You'd better check your residual memory. Okay. Oh, wow. I started watching them because my grandpa was always a big fan. They were bad. They just stunk up the field every week. I think in 2026 they went 3-15, something like that. I love that about them. Because, you know, I'd flip around all the channels on the satellite box, and all the shows were about people winning, people succeeding, people getting happy endings. And even in sports, you know, even if a team was having a bad year, it was just kind of their turn to be bad, and in a few years they'd be good again. And I'm sitting on my sofa thinking, current year? A lot of good that does me. I don't know anything about that kind of life. I don't need to see all these stories when I'm sitting in this dusty little house with an oxygen tank. Just don't need it. But the Browns, I knew they'd always be there. They'd always lose. I got up every morning. It hurt. And at night, I'd go to bed. They'd get up every Sunday, get the tar beat out of them, and they'd show up the next Sunday to do it all again. I loved them. I loved that. It felt like, I felt like I was one of them. Did they ever win the championship? The Super Bowl? What? Oh, yeah. No, they never did. The miracle that didn't happen for them happened for me. I remember they gave me 3 to 6 months. Well, 3 months passed, then 6. And they drive me to the doctors, and the doctor's like, this is not adding up. So they send me to the hospital in the city, run all kinds of tests, and they're like, well, it's happening to you too. And I said, what? And they said, nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. I was getting better. Not even a few years later, I was all the way back to my old self. Those were wild days. For all of us, for everybody, those were wild days. And there's no way to know, of course, but I feel like that team carried me that far. That day was the finish line. I think they helped to carry me there. I've been thinking about what that's like, not existing, I mean. Well, I guess we'll never know. Ten and Juice are really broken up about the bulb. I know, I was so sad to hear about it. It's really tragic. It meant a lot to me. I can only imagine what y'all must be going through. They're more sad about it than me. It's like they're not used to saying goodbye to anything. Oh my god. No, none of us are. Best problem to have, I suppose. I guess so. You know, my grandpa had this big neon sign he always had in the family room. It said, "Go Browns" on it in big letters and had that brown helmet. I think he brought it home from one of his buddies at the bar or something. Couldn't say for sure. My grandma thought it looked tacky. I remember she would always say, "You can turn that thing on after I go to bed." That was a compromise. The night he passed away, I was staying the night. My grandma woke me up in the middle of the night and said a neighbor was coming by to watch me, and that grandpa had passed on. They'd already taken him away. And in the middle of everybody running around, there were a few minutes where I was just there by myself in the family room, and that sign was the only thing on. And it just softly lit up the room in this beautiful sort of orangey brown. I was 8 years old then, and I remember just kind of standing there and looking at the light in the room. And you know what I thought? I remember thinking how strange it was that the light was still on. I thought that, well, if he was gone, then the light he switched on should have turned off. That as soon as he went, everything should go with him. But there it was though, just glowing. How did it go? Good. I think it went good. Nancy told me about the plaque. Oh god. Of course she did. So they attached it to you in case extraterrestrials found you? Yep. Did you ever see any? Nope. You think we ever will? I've been looking really hard for thousands of years, and I have no reason to think so. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. My god, what's this guy's problem? What? You're a drawing of You're a drawing of butt-egg naked people that's hurling through space, and for no reason. Like imagine a million years from now, you reach some far-off galaxy that's nearing entropy, and like nothing ever moves around in it anymore. It's just still for thousands of years. And then you come on zooming through. Whoosh! Here's the dick! Oh my god. Hahaha. See? See? 9 likes my joke. Laugh it up. Laugh it up. You think you're so hilarious. Just be... What's going on? What's going on? 9, buddy? Don't freak out. This is normal. You're fine. You just need to recharge. Here. You got one? Yeah, I got this one. I got like 1. Eat it up, little buddy. Hey. You lost your charge. That's all. I would have warned you. I just thought your capacity was going to be a little higher. You've only got a little power left. After that, you're going to have to charge up for a while. How long? Hard to say. Probably a few months at least. No, I mean, how much time left on this charge? Oh, I don't know. A few minutes? Listen, it's no big deal. Juice and I have to shut down all the time. I have to see New York. Oh, come on, it can wait. No, now. I have to see it. We're reaching near the end of the story. I love Manhattan. Yeah, that's us now. We're underwater, the East Coast. Yeah. It's weird but good. Weird, like unconventional. They tried to bargain at first. They're like, oh, they're making stuff up. Like, well, won't be alive to have to deal with it. Well, who cares? I live in Kansas City. I work in a double. Oh my god. They kept bargaining. Like, we'll just fix it with science. It's not too late to stop it. It's just gonna melt a little. Like, all of it. And then all this was gone. I miss it dearly. Aww. Heard the bagels were trash though. I actually haven't had real Manhattan bagels. Alright. New York City. Oh gosh. Hi. Emily. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Emily's voice.
Hello, you've reached Emily.
Tie. Babe, it was the wrong ball. It was a tie ball.
Wait, Ty Detmer?
Yep.
And he said there was gonna be...
Yep. The dealer said, yeah, sure, there's a Coy Detmer autographed ball. This guy's grandpa used to have. So I made a dive into Queens. A dive into Queens. Right address and everything.
Oh no.
Everything was there like he said it was. But it was Ty Detmer autograph.
Oh no, Jason, oh my god.
It figures.
Babe, I'm so sorry.
Man.
It's too bad.
If only it was a tie game. Then it'd be a tie game. Yeah.
You get it?
Get what?
Jesus, the joke! The joke! I was telling a joke!
Oh.
Tie game, you know? God, you are Jasoning out.
You're Jasoning out. Sorry.
How are you feeling?
Huh. Kind of relieved, I guess, actually. This game's probably over. This was my shot.
Well, you still got 400 years.
Man, you know, this could have been a game. Like a great game. If Mike hadn't burned up those 17... Man. Because it's like, okay, this was a genius design for a game. And I know we've talked about it a million times.
We've talked about everything a million times, baby.
But like, it's so rare to be able to drop a game around uncertainty. I mean, how many footballs has Coy Detmer autographed? Nobody really knows. I bet he doesn't even know. So in the process of playing this game, we find out that number. And once we know, we can't really play the same game again. This was special. We can't replay it. Okay, so I remember the story. They're like trying to find how many autographed balls Coy Detmer and Ty. I kind of remember these characters. So you, like, the game around uncertainty is they're trying to find, like, what's the probability of a football being signed by this guy.
You know what you know what it's like? I was just reading around about this morning. It's like a Fermi problem.
A Fermi problem? What's that?
It's named after this guy named Fermi, Enrico Fermi. He was this famous mathematician, and he would ask questions. Like the big one was, how many piano tuners are there in Chicago?
Yeah, that kind of question.
So how do you answer that without actually going and counting, right? Well, you ask a lot of little questions like that kind of hack away at the answer. Questions like, okay, first off, how many pianos do you think there are in Chicago? And then it's like, well, what percentage of people actually own a piano? So you estimate the number of people who, you know, you've been to their house and you know that they have a piano, and then divide that by the total number of people's houses you've been to. I'm gonna say let's just keep it easy. 1 in 100 homes has a piano in it. Sure, we'll use that. And the population of Chicago is like 3 billion.
3 billion?
Million. 3 million.
You said billion. I swear you said million. I swear you said billion.
Well, whatever. You know I meant million. So that would mean that there are 30,000 pianos in Chicago. There are 3 million people in Chicago, not 3 million homes. You're probably looking at, I don't know, 1 million homes maybe? That's like 3 people per home. But then you have to think about the number of Chicago homes that could actually accommodate a piano. Probably fewer than usual. There you go, now you're getting the game. Man, where'd you read about that? Wikipedia. You rabbit holing it again? Yep. God, I can't believe I didn't know about that till now. It basically describes exactly what I've spent all these years doing. I swear I'll never get to the bottom of Wikipedia. Or at least, it'll take a long time. You know they've started pulling in entries for apartment histories? Lori was telling me about it. That'd be pretty cool. So you have so much knowledge that you start getting knowledge about apartments histories, like specific houses and stuff. That's pretty cool. What do you mean? Like the history of an apartment. Like you can type in 123 whatever street, apartment 3, and it'll be this enormous history of everything that's ever happened in that apartment. I thought it was kind of cool. So, how's New York? It's drowned. It's good. I decided to take a swim over to Manhattan. I'm on a rooftop now. Oh, that's a heck of a swim. It is, I'd forgotten. It's easy to think, especially as an out-of-towner. It's easy to think, well, I'll just stop at a skyscraper every so often and catch my breath. But there's this huge chunk of it between downtown and midtown that's almost completely below over the waterline. There just aren't that many tall buildings. You know, actually, I was thinking I could design a pretty good game here. Really? I mean, I just thought of it today. I haven't really... Tell me! Autism dream. Yeah. Literally, yeah. I would be Dude, I already look on like Zillow every week or so. I go on Zillow and I just look at the houses. To know the history would be so fun. Okay, well, the end zones would be Midtown and Downtown, right? Like maybe Battery Park and Bryant Park would be the 2 end zones. Maybe 20 players to a side and they all get a speedboat. Ooh! So obviously, with all the water in between, the middle of the field would be some pretty wide open play, but around the end zones it'd get all hairy, because you'd basically have to sail around through city blocks. But at the same time, you could kind of use them too. Take crazy routes to throw up your tacklers. So the blocks would block for you. See? Yes! And also, it fits thematically, because New York City's grid was literally called a gridiron, where they drew it up in the early 1800s, way before there was even football. So it's like a perfect fit. You always have to get cute. Always. I've got an idea. Yep. Make the ball really heavy. Make it out of lead or something. So if... Hey, how do you tackle somebody? Probably just ramming your speedboat right into them. They're tackled if they fall in the water. Okay, so if they fumble, the ball's really heavy, so it doesn't float. It sinks to the bottom. So all of a sudden the game turns into a diving expedition. Oh, wow, I love it. See? See, that's why you're married to a 386-time TCL most valuable player. There you go, there you go. Are the skyscrapers part of the field? Sure, I guess so. I don't think this game would have been as fun back in the day, you know, before this place sunk. It was just a bunch of ground. Way more interesting when there's no open field. You should write that game. Seriously, you got a good one. Maybe I will. Although I have to drag people out of New York to play it. I don't know how many takers I get. I told you the computer parts story, right? The what? New York? Computer parts? Not ringing a bell? If you have, I don't remember. Oh god, there's no way I haven't told you. But whatever, okay. I have to tell you the computer parts story. Okay, alright. So, an old teammate of mine told me the story. I guess back in 2000 or something, he was house sitting for his uncle. His uncle had this apartment in Tribeca, and he worked for the NFL. He didn't know what his uncle did for the NFL exactly, but he made good money. Well, he was in Tribeca, I bet so. Right? I know. So, at this point, this kid is like 19. And when you're 19, obviously it's like the dream of a lifetime to go visit New York City and have some swank egg place all to yourself. Oh, absolutely. So he's there for like a few days, and all of a sudden he gets a call from his uncle. And his uncle is like, listen, you've got to do something for me. You've got to go get some stuff that's in my freezer and take it to my office on Park Avenue. And he's like, can't you send someone else to do it? And he's like, no, it's kind of a secret. and I kind of effed something up, and I just got busy and never got around to bringing it to my office. Now they're wondering where it is. So you need to meet my buddy there and deliver it to him. I'd have someone else do it if I could, but I'm in a jam or whatever. Okay. So he's like, okay, and he looks in the freezer. And since it's his swanky apartment, he's got a full-size standing freezer. It's not just your regular freezer things. Sure. And he opens it up and it's full of pee. What? It's full of actual piss. Like it's full of those little vials of urine samples. What the frick? So it turns out that his uncle is an official in charge of collecting urine samples from NFL players. That's crazy. He just kept them at his place? I guess, I don't know. Apparently he was kind of a flip up or something. I guess he just thought it was just as good as storing them in the office, and he just never got around to testing them. So that ends up with him being literally having an entire freezer full of NFL piss. That's crazy. That's crazy. So this kid doesn't really know what to do. He gets the huge rolling suitcase he traveled with and just starts dumping the vials in there. And then he heads to the subway. He gets off some station in Midtown, and the suitcase is apparently really heavy because, I mean, it's filled with liquid. And when he's rushing up the subway steps, he can hear the glass rattling around and breaking. So, I mean, this entire plan is going to... That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh man, oh no. And he was in one of those stations where you had to go up like 3 sets of stairs. And the last one, he's halfway up. And some guy asked him like, hey, do you want me to help with that? So he grabs the other end and helps him carry it up. See, New Yorkers always had this bad reputation. I always thought everyone was really cool there. Shush! Okay. Dude, this is insane. So they're halfway up the steps and the guy asks them, this thing is heavy. What do you have in there anyway? And of course, he's not about to tell him it's full of urine samples, so he just blurts out, computer parts! Computer parts. Yeah, and so immediately, without a second of hesitation, the guy hits him in the face and runs off with the bag! That's crazy! And he told me the sight of him running off with that bag in a hurry just couldn't wait to make off with it. God, that's too good. That's too good. I'm like positive you never told me that one. It's weird to be here. That's crazy, dude. Wait, I gotta tell you a story. Wait, hold on. I gotta tell a story. It's not my story, but one of my past Oshis, the one with the blue hair and pink, black, and yellow in his hair as well. He has a story that he told. Back in the day when he used to get bullied, the kids, like the other kids, would steal his water bottles at school. And then one day, he had the bright idea to like pee. Yeah, dead naming this guy, yeah. He filled his water bottle with pee, right? And then he just like kept it on his backpack. The kids stole his water bottle and drank out of it. They got their comeuppance. That's like one of the... Yeah. Pee. Yes. Indeed. He has many pee and toilet themed stories. I don't know why. I saw this mural today. I was all over the city just diving and looking at stuff, and this big painting on the side of a building. It was all the way below the waterline. A little bit worn away, but it was still in pretty good shape considering... What was it? It was like this painting of a mother. I guess it was a mother holding her baby. Never cried underwater before. Babe, are you okay? Yeah. I don't know if this is gonna come out right. I mean, we got here, you know? We got here. We grew up thinking one day it'd be our time to go. And it just never was. It never was. Going under that water is like going back through time. Everything is like it was. All the buildings were built. All the cars were neatly parked. All the garbage cans were bolted onto the sidewalk by people who were afraid to die. It was the meticulous craftsmanship of terrified people. We didn't know we'd have each other for good. Back then, there was real fear, real worry. The world was all messed up. I remember feeling so alone, like I was the only one fighting it. We were all in it together though. Every stranger you met, they were fighting the same fight you were.
Of course, you didn't talk about it with them, but all of us saw that terror. The terror any mortal person has. That terror wasn't natural. No other creature in the universe woke up every morning knowing it was guaranteed to die someday. Just us. Nobody should have to live with that. It's too much, it isn't right. No one should ever have to bear it. But we did. We all stared it down and kept on going, and we did it together. We were all in it together. It felt lonely, but we were never alone. We all had each other, no matter how often we forgot. All of us. We always had each other. It's the painting. It's real. So, 9's gonna go back to sleep. So what do you think? You ready for bed? I'm gonna wake up, right? Promise? Promise. Not sure when, but I promise. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, it was a nice painting. There's a few of those near where I live, just kind of far from where I live. Like in the next city over. It's nice to see those, but none here. How much time do I have left? Right about a minute, it looks like. 1 minute, huh? Okay, I can do this. First, don't worry about anyone dying due to rising sea levels. Everyone was safely relocated, and I am very happy to report that folks in places like Houston and Louisiana and Savannah were able to preserve their cultures elsewhere in the country. Second, you may have noticed that Maine's new border was strangely preserved in a straight line. That's because the Canadians, being slightly more forward thinkers, dispatched aid directly to the state to build a retaining wall. Third, the rest of the world is basically carrying on just fine. While it is tragic that much of the Caribbean was lost, I am relieved to report to you that they were safely relocated and their cultures remain alive and robust to this day. Fourth, hello, Alfarius! The story's about to end. 9 is about to die. I mean, go back to sleep. Yeah, the rest of it. Where I was, oh my god. While it is tragic that much of the Caribbean was lost. Okay, I already read that part. Fourth, 10 really should have told you at the outset that in the process of establishing our first contact with you, it would require lots and lots of waiting. That experience was unfair to you, and due to a very bad oversight on our part, she feels bad about it, and so do I. And we were both sorry. Hello. Nor, yes, it's about to end. And Juice is like speed running this speech because like 9 only has about a minute left to be awake to hear all this. Fifth, no, for the millionth time, we really do not know why humans stopped aging. Sixth, 10th's wording was a little clumsy with regard to people stopped aging. To clarify, babies in the womb in 2026 were indeed born and grew into adults, and all the children grew into adulthood as well. 7th, I know we didn't really actually look at any people, but thanks to medical technologies, people can essentially be whatever age they feel like, between 20-ish and 100-ish. Some people choose to be old. They just like it that way. It's great. 8th, we're not in some kind of simulation or matrix or whatever, and even if we were, there'd be no way to prove it, so who cares? 9th, I know your residual data indicates to you that the universe will eventually be ended by heat death. Good news. That's the bullcrap that we thought was true in the 20th century, before we had thousands more years to study it. The answer is always gonna be there, because Earth, where was I? Oh, it's always gonna be there because 10th, they figured out how to keep the sun going perpetually. 11th, all the old buildings on Earth are still standing because they were built really well and new technologies help keep them in good shape. 12th, that cop in Nebraska was there because he decided it was his role. There's still some things like petty theft or whatever going on, but these people are the people of that 20th and 21st centuries, and they like the world they built. So they keep building these seemingly reductant roles intact. Oh my god, because they were who they are. 13th, changing ocean geography aside, state borders remain identical for the same reason. 14th, no, you are never going to die and neither will we. 15th, time's almost up. Well, I got pretty far. I love you guys. Love you too. Love y'all too. I need to make a partition in my data storage. This is the end, right? The end of the story? We were always at the end. It's a free play, buddy. Clock's all zeros. It's after the end of the world. Pioneer 9 has not made contact with Earth since 1983. It is almost certainly not operational, but it's very likely to still exist. Pioneer 10 last sent signals to Earth in 2003, and it's still traveling around. Okay, Juice, or Juice Bitter Icing, is currently being developed. It is scheduled to launch in 2022, which has happened already. Whoa. Oh, I remember this game. This was a fun game. Whoa. Whoa. That's crazy. 17776. Written, illustrated, and designed by Jon Bois. Developed by Grand McAree. Special thanks, Elena. Okay, there's a lot of names. Dedicated to y'all. The amazing football field of insanity, yes. Yeah, I love this story so much. I love it. Even though we might have forgotten the first half of the story, because I literally read it a year ago. I literally read this story a year ago. It was January 5th that I started it. And now, January 5th, 2026, we end it. It works that it took a whole year for you to come back to it because it makes it feel like we're a satellite that went to sleep too. Yes! Yeah! You're right, making connections. Yeah. Well, that's the end of this. But, however, there is another story that we can continue later. Not now, oh my god, I have things to do now, but... Yo, what is this? Huh? Wait, oh, hold on. I'm spoiling myself, I can't do this. Okay. There's another story. There's another story called 220. It's literally like 20,020. And that's like the sequel to this one. Which is actually my favorite out of the two. Like, between 17776 and 220, I like 220 more. There was supposed to be another sequel as well. 221. But I feel like that was never released. We gotta watch it. Yeah, we gotta... Yeah, maybe next year. Maybe next year. I'm so excited for it to come out, but it's never come out. But yeah, that was fun. I really enjoyed the game. I think the next one, if I remember right, 220 only focuses on one football game. And it just tells the story throughout the entire game. Huh. Yeah, but that will be next time. Last time I streamed the story, I said, okay, see you guys in a week. I'm gonna finish this story next week. So I will say the same thing now. I will see you guys here next week to read the next story. And then, knowing me, I will not be reading the story next week. I will not be streaming at all next week. It will be January 5th. Hold on, what day of the year is it? January 5th is a Tuesday. See, I only stream on Mondays. But I might make an exception. So Tuesday, January 5th, 2027, I am going to read the next story. In a week, nostalgia, yeah. Yeah, and then it never happened. Alright, I literally thought it was gonna be a week from... But I actually have a prior arrangement. I have to drive somebody somewhere and, yeah. I don't have to go anytime soon, but like, I need to eat my dinner before I go. Oh my gosh. But guys, my Oshi's on break. I'm so sad. My Oshi's on break and won't be streaming until... Oh, I just got an email from somewhere. Yeah, driving time. I'll eat something. I have like 2 or 3 hours. What are you gonna eat? You got salmon? That's yummy. I don't know what I have. Yeah, no Oshi. I cry every day. But there's an the odds of something happening on Wednesday on his schedule is 99.9%. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat some food and then drink a lot of water. Because reading out loud takes a toll on my throat. My throat's like really dry right now. Okay, guys. It's exactly 7 o'clock. I'm going to end right now. Okay, bye.